Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey with Trevor and Travis. I'm Trev.
I'm Trev, and we're here at Junction Brewery tonight. Fine establishment that we like to come and do our show and do a little promotion for these guys, and it's pretty easy because they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead tonight, which is Season 8, Episode 12, entitled
The Key. And another key to tonight's episode is going to be the whiskey we're breaking down. Tonight is one of my favorite whiskeys, Bullet Bourbon.
Yep.
We like the rye, we like the Bullet Bourbon Frontier whiskey.
Yeah, bourbon's great. So let's get to the review.
Let's do it. First thing we see when the camera pans up, it's Dwight in his room getting ready and stuff. He takes the little half cigarette out of the pack. He sees his wife's ring, this and that. Negan knocks on the door. Personally, I'd be fucking shitting myself, not knowing what he knows and thinking I'm about to get a baseball bat to the head. But
yeah, Dwight's going through a lot of emotions right now. And to reaffirm, he's back in Negan's camp where he didn't want to be because he turned coat on all of them. But he reaffirmed himself on what he's doing by seeing his ring and his cigarette pack, knowing why he's doing this.
Yeah, and then we see Reckless Rick. Simon and Dwight ride together in a truck. Simon wants to talk to him a little bit. As they're going down this road, they look to the left, and then we see Reckless Rick and an Explorer fucking flying down the alleyway because he's seen Negan, and he wants Negan all to himself. He comes out, wham! Fucking hits him, flips that car.
Yeah, we've seen from the last episode that Negan got this brilliant plan, which is to rub all their weapons, their arrows, their axes, and their bats, and all their weapons in zombie blood, walker blood, to hopefully infect them with just a simple hit.
And they were going to catapult the guts, I believe, is what Eugene said.
Yeah.
Catapult the guts over the fence. I think that was a part of their plan.
Real mind warfare, World War II stuff.
Some fucking growth warfare.
And so instead of Rick alerting everyone else of Negan coming and his gang, Reckless Rick got in his car and went head on after him down the alleyway. Simon sees him down his right-hand side, left peripheral, decides to be quiet about it and let Negan take the hit.
Negan's a big boy, he can take care of himself. I'm so glad an episode like this finally happened.
Yes.
I usually have to watch these 3 times to get it all in my head. This one I only had to watch once, and it all stuck. It was great.
Yeah, people understand, we know seasons build up slow, but believe me, at the end, it's totally worth what the drama you went through.
Yeah.
And
you see Rick just shooting aimlessly, just trying to hit I thought he was going to shoot the gas tank first, and then used up all his ammo, had Negan at the top of the stairs, throws the fucking axe.
Yep.
Negan says, whoa, slips, got his hand there. I wish Rick could have hit that hand with the axe.
Yeah, wasted his magazine, and even Negan's sitting there hanging on for dear life over a 3-story building. I'm sorry, 2-story, and then he looks at Rick and goes, "You piece of shit!" And then Rick goes and acts him with his finger, and Negan
Falls
drops.
through a couple floors.
He's all, "I'm a cat." Off the ground.
Drops his back.
Couldn't find Lucille, and then Rick finds Lucille and lights it on fire. And now Lucille is the Quinta because Lucille is black now. He lit it on fire. I'll come get her.
Lucille is the Black Panther.
Yeah, dude, it was Black Panther. Yeah, it was funny, man. This whole fight, like the fight in Alexandria, the Rick Negan fights are the best choreographed fights, man. These guys really hate each other very much.
Yeah, Rick finally got him to himself, and then Reckless Rick is doing his best when he's reckless. We've seen him like this when he bit the dude's throat out, when the dude is about to rape Carl.
Yep.
When else? When Carol saved their ass from getting eaten.
Yeah, when the governor came in with his tank, Rick flips that switch to become Reckless Rick, and it's nuts. Yeah. Dude, how awesome was that fight down there when Negan offered Rick a job, being a janitor.
So you gotta be the janitor, only take 25%.
There'll be 75%
I thought for sure Negan was fucked, man, when they busted through that door.
Oh,
and
those zombies.
All the zombies are coming, and then they're all on Negan, and then all of a sudden Negan just hides, dips out of somewhere, and then boom, they're all coming towards Rick, and it's crazy.
So then another thing that we see in this episode is a new character called, her name is Georgie, and she has 2 girls with her, and they follow this trail, which was they left this bucket of a balloon in front of the hilltop. They take the bait, they go meet this girl at her place, and she wants records, vinyl records.
And what would you do in that situation with everything that's happened? You know, they came strapped, they had Rosita come up from the back, they disarmed him, and then the 2 girls with her were just
Midge and, yeah.
They want pickles and peanut butter. Yeah, pickles.
Yeah, so they end up saying we have knowledge for trade. And Michonne was like, we have to go after this because the last time we made a leap of faith like this, it made the world a difference with Alexandria. So now Michonne was like kind of like on that Carl tip of like, Let's see what the world has to offer us.
They got a doctor because Carl saved him.
Yes.
Enid ain't too with it.
Yep.
Except there's a little moment when Enid was standing close to Michonne and Michonne says, back up.
Back up. Step back.
So
So Georgie gives them the key to the apocalypse, which is
Windmills.
aqueducts, windmills, how to refine grain from wheat, like all kinds of things to make your civilization built on what we had as primitive people.
You think a whiskey distillery was in there?
Oh, it better be.
Hell yeah.
Benjamin Franklin had a good one. George Washington had one too. So
after the big Rick and Negan fight, Negan jumps out the black window that's painted and stuff. Rick follows, and Rick don't see him. So it goes dark for a sec, and then you see Negan sleeping in a car, but he ain't driving.
Yeah, he's patricide.
Who else but Jadis?
Jadis is right there, and Negan laughs. She's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? And she cocks him with a gun.
Yeah, it didn't quite show it, but it looked like she was cocking with a gun, but man, that was kind of like she could have done a little bit better swipe or grabbed a rubber gun and actually thumped it.
I think she hit in the back of the head. I think that's where she got it, but we'll see. But where does it actually play out? So Jadis has no more people. Rick shunned her, and Negan killed all her people. So now what does she do with Negan? Does she go back to the Saviors and offer money? Does she go to Rick's camp and offer him as tribute? And what does she do with him?
Basically, Negan's going to come out on top because if she was going to kill him, she would have already fucking killed him.
Yeah.
So unless she's planning on some kind of torture, I don't think she's going to overpower him. They'll find a way to get that gun.
Yeah, it's like giving someone a golden hammer who doesn't have a thumb. Yeah. Like she knows it's amazing, but she doesn't know what she's going to do with it.
Anyway.
Good review, baby.
Good review.
The key. A man like no other. His bourbon, likewise. In the 1830s, as a tavern keeper in Louisville, Kentucky, Augusta Bullitt set himself on a mission to create a bourbon unique in flavor. Just as bourbon lovers today may sample many brands before finding their favorite, Augustus decided to experiment too. By creating bourbons on many different types and tastes, after countless small batch trials, he came upon a bourbon with the character he felt seeking. He calls that frontier All Kentucky Bourbon.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially you sitting right there watching us, we got a whiskey for you tonight.
Bullet bourbon rye? No, Bullet bourbon.
Made from filtered limestone water.
Yeah, it's actually, Bullet does a really good job with their whiskeys. I'm a big fan of bourbons, obviously, because I drink mine straight. Bourbons are always a little sweeter. You're gonna taste, you taste barrel, you taste oak, you taste caramel, you taste vanilla. You actually smell the vanilla a lot with this one.
Yeah, one good thing to do with this, and it's just for an extra little knack, get yourself a nice piece of beef jerky and put it in the bottom of the glass. Let it soak there throughout your whole drink. Chug the drink, eat the jerky, get all the flavors, none of the fumes right in that jerky.
He eats jerky like this. Now, one thing to note is, and one of our favorite bourbons here is Four Roses, and it says here on the bottle it's distilled at the Built Distillery, but there isn't one. It's actually made at the Four Roses Distillery, which using their mash. So,
damn near a bottle of Four Roses, is that what you're telling us?
It's 4 bullets, baby.
4 bullets.
We dodged them all, except for my 3. Have a good one. Drink up.